Blimey, Muzz. I bet you were sweating at the end there. 2-1 win against Hartpury in the FA Cup. Their goal came virtually last kick of the game, but I'm sure you were pleased to see hear the final whistle.
Yeah, definitely. It just tarnishes the result and the performance a little bit by conceding, and we'll get better. We'll get better, and we'll learn from stuff like that. It could have been. It's ended up being 2-1, but we've had opportunities on the break and the counter, and it could have been 3-0 and put the game to bed properly. And then it suddenly becomes a little bit tighter at the end. I didn't know how long was left, so it was just a point. We could have rolled the ball in, down the channel. And, we had some lad who was on with pace, and we just tried to, a crossfield ball, and then nobody's actually reacted to that ball. So I'm not saying the ball's right or wrong, but then once that ball is played, you've got to then react to it. So that was more disappointing, because they just went basically right up the other end, crossed it in, and it's a goal. Based on our reaction, the decision may or may not have been, that caused the goal, but the reaction that was. But as I say, I would have took 2-1 before the game. Really pleased for the guys. They thoroughly deserved the win today. After the first 20 minutes or so, I think we were very solid and caused them a threat.
Yeah, I think you're right. Early on, they absolutely controlled possession. I think in the first 10 or 15 minutes, it felt like we barely touched the ball unless we were clearing it. But we grew into the game, and Corey Warrington with his first goal for the club.
Yeah, really pleased for Corey. It's a bit of an on-standing joke that he hasn't got a goal to get a goal in an FA Cup, as well, and his first one. Yes, but it was probably one again the first time. So we got into an area, Nell got in behind them, and then kept the ball and squared it back, and like I said, it was a decent finish.
Yeah, and then the second goal came almost straight after the break. Corey again broke through the line, went through, appeared to round the keeper, and then went down. Was Ollie Barnes' plan to take the penalty before the game?
Potentially, yeah. He's always took penalties. Cardell missed a couple back end of last year, so I think it was we didn't have a plan, to be perfectly honest. Sometimes in those situations you get a feel of how a game is, and if a player steps up and wants to take it, then happy days.
Yeah, and I think that will be your first victory in the FA Cup, will it?
Yeah, first one. So again, it was one of those games that you don't know what they've recruited, you don't know what sort of side they're going to have. They're going to be tactically aware, they're going to be fit, they're going to be strong, they're going to be agile. So we had to sort of match that as best we possibly could. So to get a win is really good. We'll go and enjoy the night now. So that's back-to-back wins at the start of the season. Really, really pleasing.
Yeah, and you say we'll enjoy the night. We've then got 2 weeks' time. Look forward to a trip to Flackwell Heath in the next round.
Yeah, it'll be a first for me. Never been there. And like I said, we'll just take that game as it is. We've got an important game against Lydney on Tuesday night that we'll fully focus on, and then as the game gets a little bit closer, we'll concentrate on that cup tie.
Great stuff. Cheers, Muzz. Well done.